What's good, y'all? Welcome to Chat Closet. I'm your host, DDB, and welcome back to another episode in my Chit Chat series where I sit down with my family and friends and we just kind of talk about different things we're going through, especially now that we're over 40. So today I wanted to talk about transitioning to different careers or opportunities or even business endeavors once you hit 40. A lot of us, or some of us, may have started doing something 18, 19, 20 and decided we're going to stay here and move up, and now maybe you're 40 and you're the manager, you're the general manager, you're the project manager, but now you're feeling like, I've been doing this for so long, I want to do something different. So I'm going to start with you, Tasha. So Tasha, you are a general manager?
I'm a general manager and I'm running 2 restaurants right now.
Okay. You've been in a management position for a long time.
Yes.
So, do you feel like at this age, and you're 42, 24.
24.
Do you feel like at this age, you want to do something different, but you don't know how, or you've been there so long, or do you know what you want to do? Like, how are you feeling?
I definitely want to do something different, but I've been doing it for so long, and I'm so, kind of good at it.
Right.
And I get paid. You know, I didn't say that.
Very well.
She gets paid. And also, I don't know what other skill sets I possess. Everything that I'm good at.
You feel like everything you're good at right now is what you've learned over the last... How long you been with that company?
About 6 years.
Okay.
And I do want to do something different. I just don't know what I want to do. And also, I need to make sure that the money is going to be about the same.
Right. See, now that's one thing that we have to realize. When you decide to do a career change, you're starting back at the bottom.
Yeah, that's not my... I don't like that.
And starting back at the bottom means that you're going to make entry-level pay until you build those skills to, hopefully get to where you want to be. But your manager may be 25.
I don't have a problem with if there was an age gap between myself and my boss. It's just that I don't desire to start at the bottom.
Right.
I don't desire to start at the bottom. I've looked for other jobs, and the pay just doesn't compare
to what you get.
Yeah. And I've been used to making a certain amount of money. I don't want to go back.
Yeah. Have you ever thought about doing your own thing, starting your own business?
Starting my own business. I don't have a skill set that will be lucrative or that's not against the law.
But are you against learning a new skill set at this age?
I would love to have my own business. I would love to have a boutique.
Right. What kind of boutique? Clothing?
Yes.
Okay.
Because I love me some clothes.
Right.
But then it's also scary being a business owner.
Right.
It's all on you, and that's kind of scary.
Right. All right, Brandy, so let's move on to you. At this age, I know you've done a few things.
Mm-hmm.
You've done daycare. You've also done office management. You worked in healthcare. So what are you thinking, or how do you feel about transitioning to something different?
I feel like at this age, I want to work for myself. So that is the goal. However, I have to get there, so I know that I'm going to have to do something leading up to. My background is childcare. I did childcare for 10 years. I have my associate's degree in healthcare administration, so that's what I went to school for. So I worked in doctor's offices, and then I just tried my hand at being an office manager for a janitorial company, which I have background as the office manager and I have background on the cleaning side. So right now I want to do my own thing. I don't want to work for anybody else. I'm tired of making other people rich.
Right.
I want to do my own thing, and I feel like I have the experience, I have the background, and I feel like with a little bit of time and research, I'm going to get there.
Yeah. So when you say you want to do your own thing, what are you thinking about doing?
I want to open up my own janitorial company.
Right.
Again, because I have been an office manager for a janitorial company, I have learned like the office part of it, the billing, invoices, how to pull contracts and all that type of stuff. But then I've also done the cleaning side of it and worked contracts before actually doing the cleaning. So I feel like, and it's a good business. Like money can be made in that business.
Right. One good thing about janitorial work or agriculture work, those are jobs that really can't be AI'd. Like maybe one day they might have robot outside cut the grass, but for the most part, those are jobs that are going to need people, need bodies. Contracts are out there. Also, something that we forget about is being black women. There are minority contracts. There are contracts that only women of color can apply and get, or only people of color, which means, men and women. But there are some that are specifically for women that are set aside because the government is trying to be more diverse with sending out contracts or, approving contracts for certain groups. So, okay, so let's talk about me. So I look at life now and like what we're doing right now with Chat Closet. I've always wanted to be either, if I wasn't acting, having my own show, or just doing something where I touch other people and educate other people, or kind of make other people feel like you're not the only person that feels that way. You're not alone, like stuff like that. So I feel like I'm slowly starting to get into what I would like to do, but in reality, like I went to school, I owe $100,000 in student loans, and I have a job that affords me to be able to take care of that. They send a certain amount of money to my student loans every month. I have to pay the rest of the student loans. So I'm not, and I have a family, so I'm not at an age where I could just be like, I'm gonna go stay with somebody while I try to live my dream. So my goal is just to try to do it 50-50, and maybe one day when Pharrell doing something in the water and he decided to do something with us, but until then, like I kind of got to have my foot in both, And it was so different before I became a mom and a wife. Like when I was a girlfriend and my husband, did his thing, I did my thing, we didn't pay bills together, It was so much easier to kind of plan your life out. But once you get married and once you do have a kid, either or, your life really is 50-50 somebody else's. So like if you marry, your life 50-50 with your partner, or if you're not married but you got a kid, your life 50-50 with the kid, and then depending on how many kids you got to divide that 50-50 up. So your life no longer is yours if you're a decent person. You got some people got a husband and a kid, don't give a damn. But if you're a decent person, like your life becomes theirs and you slowly fall back from your dream. But for some reason, I just feel like if I gave it all up and just was like, okay, well, you got a good job, be happy, God gave you this job and work for these people for the rest of your life and get this 401k and be happy, I wouldn't be happy. So I just feel like I gotta try. And if I at least try and don't let it happen, that's one thing. But if I try and something do happen, then at least I tried. But I can't just not try. And I don't know what that is in me because I do have a good job and I did work hard to get these degrees. So I feel like life is about risk, and I feel like you gotta try for something else if you want it. If you happy, now I'm not knocking people who get a job, they be there 50 years, they retire, they got a great 401k, I'm not knocking that. But if you are somewhere where you feel like, man, I want to try something else, I want to do something else, I feel like it's nothing wrong with making it a hobby and figuring it out until you get fully there. Or like in your position, you might not be happy that you are not where you were, but God makes us uncomfortable to start thinking about other stuff and to start feeling like, damn, maybe this ain't what I thought it was going to be. You pushed me out here a lot earlier than I wanted to be out here. And sometimes we feel so alone. But if we go back to the footprints in the sand, we're supposed to think of that's when God is carrying us when we feel the most alone.
Right.
So, oh girl, I feel like I'm about to cry, child. My daddy was a pastor.
My girl is preaching. keep
okay,
on.
Let's move on to something else that I want to talk about. So, as women, I feel a lot of times I hear online at podcasts and even sometimes my husband be like, they say that we don't like to take accountability for certain things. And in saying so, like, even if we do take accountability, and not all women, so we can only talk about, some, but if we do take accountability for something, we still got to point out all the things that you didn't do, although I'm taking accountability for this one thing. So, let's talk about in a relationship, when you were in one. Do you feel like there were times where you could have taken accountability for something and you didn't? You made it more about what he could have done or what he could have taken accountability for?
No. I do not. Why? Because life is cause and effect. And cause, you act like that, this is what you about to get.
So have there been times where, have you ever been wrong and you just couldn't take accountability for it?
No.
Okay. I mean, that's fair. So when you're wrong, you like, I'm wrong. Or you just ain't never wrong.
Okay, but very, very rarely am I wrong.
Am I wrong?
I know that sounds really bad. I know it sounds bad. But that's just how I feel about it. I feel like, you know what I'm saying? Stop! No, really. Like, I'm a good person. I promise, I really am. And sometimes I sit back, I'll be quiet, and you keep doing shit. I be feeling like you feel like you can take advantage of me.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? And then, said the wrong thing, and then, okay, you might caught the wrath, and then I'm the bad person. You did this.
Have you ever got more mad than you should have? Meaning, you should have got mad, but you just went like way over where you should have did.
Like being dramatic? No,
Yeah.
never.
Like, okay, so perfect example, like my husband says, D, it's not what you say, it's the fact that once you say it, you gotta keep going and explain and give examples. But one thing I am doing better is that he used to be like, man, I can't keep waking up to hate text. And hate text don't mean I hate you, but hate text this is what our hate texts are. My husband stays up all night. I'm asleep by 9:30, 10, 11 o'clock. By the time I get up the next morning at 7 o'clock, my husband, who's been up all night long, probably around 3 or 4, he went in the kitchen, got something to eat. He left the aluminum foil, the cups. If he ordered something, he left the bags. Everything is just spread out, cascaded out across the kitchen. Most people might not understand this. When you done been independent and single and ain't lived with nobody, had to help take care of nobody, maybe off and on a boyfriend here and there, but pretty much been living by yourself, and then you go to living with somebody else, and you have a baby. I already gotta do all this to try to take care of this baby and keep all this clean. I can't take care of you behind you two. But what I did have to take accountability for is that my husband is not a confrontational person. So he doesn't deal well with somebody getting loud and angry and ratchet. Well, I'm in the background like, and what about, like that just don't work for him. So one day he was just like, babe, look, I know that I don't always do the right thing, just like you don't always do the right thing. But what I am saying to you is that when I wake up, I don't want to, because I used to send him a text, I don't want to wake up to a long text of you being pissed off about everything. And my comeback, of course, is, well, if you tired of getting these texts, pick your shit up after you done ate in the middle of the night. But I also said to myself, okay, because I know my husband is not one of those, he's very calm, he's not a confrontational person, I don't have to send him text, he can call them hate text, but angry text, saying, here you go again, how many times I gotta tell you, because it also feels like something your mama would say. So, therefore, even when he's still wrong, I don't send hate text no more. But when he get up, bitch, I be on it. I'm like, hey man, you up.
So my way would be so different because I would probably, like, now the whole day don't went past. I would wait till it's time to go to bed. And then, now he want to get fresh. And I'm like, baby, I just ain't got the energy. I woke up this morning, I had to go down there and clean that kitchen up. Did you order cookout last night? Well, yeah, I had to clean up, and then I had to X, Y, and Z. And so I just ain't got the energy. Maybe tomorrow if I wake up and I don't have to do all that stuff, then maybe I can get you right tomorrow night. That's how and they... they'll catch on eventually.
Right.
But in the beginning, you know, they be a little slow, so they don't get it. But yeah, I'm always gonna be like, cause I really be trying to choose my words good, cause I really don't like arguing. I don't want to be confrontational with you. I want you to get it though. I want you to get it. So yeah, I'll be like, babe, oh my God, I just cannot tonight. I'm exhausted.
All right, Brandy, what about you? Have you ever found yourself, it don't have to be a relationship, just in life, has there ever been a situation where, like, you were so pissed off, it was difficult, it was difficult for you to take accountability for your part?
Absolutely. Absolutely. I'm a very dramatic person when I'm angry. And there's no gray area. I go from 0 to 100.
There's no 50.
There's no 50. There's no in the middle. It's either 0, I'm happy, I'm good, or 100, I'm ready to fight, and come on, let's do this. But I have grown a lot over the years because, yeah, some things that people get away with now, they would have never gotten away with.
Right.
But in those moments when I get angry, I do once I'm over it and I go back and think about it, I'm like, dang, maybe I shouldn't have reacted like that.
Right.
Maybe I do owe them an apology for how I acted. I said what I said and I meant what I said,
right.
But maybe I shouldn't have done it that way. Maybe
right.
I shouldn't have, because yeah,
That's what I feel like most women, I feel like where the accountability part is, maybe I didn't have to scream on you. And this is for a situation like that, because you got a lot of men that scream and fight women and all this other crazy shit. But like from a woman's point of view, maybe I didn't have to scream on you, maybe I didn't have to act this way, but at the same time, I meant the things that I said.
Right.
But I just shouldn't have said it maybe the way I said it.
I want to tell you this story. One time, this is why I think I handle stuff well, because when I tell people, they be like, you handle that really good. I was dating this guy, and we lived in an apartment together. And somebody was having like some sort of function, so there was no place for me to park, and I don't like parking like towards the back. So I parked on the other side of the apartment complex, like in the front. Well, so we're texting, I was just like, you know, how's work going? You on your way home, whatever? He was like, yeah, I'm almost on my way home. I just got like 2 more stops. I'm gonna drop this off and then I'll be to the house. I was like, okay. So then it's getting darker outside, and I'm like, well, let me move my car. Let me see if there's a space for me to put my car. So I was gonna get the car from the front and put it like where it should go. I look out the window to see if it's a space. Well, who car outside? Oh, boyfriend car outside. Boyfriend who I'm just texting him saying, him said, him still at work. This is the same person I'm just texting like 2 minutes ago. And so I go put my sweatpants on. I go outside and knock on the window. I said, I know you ain't home yet, but on your way home. What?
Hold on, he was sitting in front of the house and you said, I know you ain't home.
Because I'm shady. I'm a very, very shady ass person. So
right.
I said, I know you ain't home yet, but when you do get home, like on your way home, can you stop and get me some apple juice? So he was like, okay. So he put the one up. I goes back in the house. He didn't know what to say. I goes back in the house. I'm in the room. He coming
what were you
down.
thinking when you was in the room? When you walked back in the house and he wasn't in there with you, what was going through your body and your mind?
You is so fucking stupid. That's what I was thinking. You're stupid.
Yeah.
Right. So when he get back with the juice, he bring me the juice. He was like, well, you want to put your juice out? I was like, I don't mind, just put it in the kitchen. Right? Because I really don't. Give me a couple minutes. Because
I really want to punch in your face.
I really want to, but y'all, I be working on me every day. The struggle is real, okay? So then he come back again and he was like, cause you know how you and a couple, y'all like watch your show together or whatever. So he was like, did you want to watch the last episode or whatever? And I was like, nah.
So did he think that he was just going to be able to talk this
Yes.
way? Like nothing happened?
Yes. Yes. And then, so he was like, what, you want to watch it? I was like, no, I heard this episode, but I don't want to watch it. And he came back and asked another question. And I was just like, for real? You going to sit here and small talk me to death? He was like, what? Like, we live in the Twilight Zone or something. So then, and I will say I'm not a violent person. And I be saying I'm changed. So when you said that you've changed a lot, I be thinking I've changed a lot too until I get pissed off. Because once you piss me off, It's like a whole different person. I revert back to the old me. Because I feel like when you're lying in my face, you're really saying, hey, I think you're stupid. I don't like when you think that. You know what I'm saying? So I got to try to help you, help me, help us. Because I had to help us later on. So when you said, how do I feel about how I respond to situations? I think I respond very well. Because any other girl would have went out there or wait till he came in and would have popped them. Immediately would have popped them.
I don't have it's so crazy you're a Virgo, but I think because you're a Virgo that's so close to a Leo, that's why we got so many similarities. I'm like, Brandon, I'm 150. Once I would have went on the way outside to you, my body temperature and my blood pressure has already gotten so high that by the time I get to you and I knock on the window, but, I get every person ain't the same.
See, I don't like no one seeing me get riled up. Me being angry is not good for no one involved. You know what I'm saying? I don't want no one to see me get riled up. I don't want you to really think that what you're doing is really affecting me. Like, because I be, like, emotionalist. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I know that's not a good thing to do. But I don't want you to know that you don't got under my skin. But I feel like I handled it like a champ.
Yeah.
Like a champ.
Yeah. So when you said that, what he say?
What are you talking about? And then, I don't want to talk about what happened after that. Might have a pending court case. No pending court cases, but things did not go well from that moment forward. And the crazy thing is, I'm thinking the whole time he was cheating. Yeah. Man had a whole gambling problem out there in the car, just gambling our whole life away. Gambling the whole life away. Just gambling, just getting the money away.
Yeah.
Just so caught up in his stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah, I feel like I be handling stuff well. Now, things escalated. Now, when you said take accountability, should I take accountability for what happened after that? No, that was your fault.
All right, y'all. So thank you for chilling out with us. This is the end of our episode of our Chit Chat series. Stay tuned. We'll be back in the next couple of weeks.